Hello, I'm Jonah Mwogi.
I'm Victor Kiplagat.
Yes, together we are the co-founders of Spin Mobile Limited, a company that is now 1 year old, and we specialize in analysis of financial statements.
Jonah handles the technical part of the business, while I handle the business side. So basically, I'm the one who goes out for sales, marketing, business development, and looking for clients.
Yeah, together we've managed to close over 70 clients, and amidst the COVID pandemic, and we've grown strongly within that 1 year.
The story of Spin Mobile really cannot be complete without mentioning and celebrating the legacy of my co-founder and friend, Jonah Mwogi.
This is truly his legacy. This company in every way represents who he was and what he wanted for it.
I knew Jonah even before we started Spin Mobile, and I had seen that this is the best software developer probably that existed in the country at that time. Jonah embodied the spirit of hard work. He used to tell me that if you lose sleep and it's past 3 a.m. in the morning, take advantage of the adrenaline and be able to work. And that's how we were able to run Spin Mobile with him in 2020.
Jonah was such a great teammate. I remember since I was here from the inception of the company, he was very good at communicating the vision.
Jonah was big on family. Many times he would prefer that we don't meet just the two of us, but we meet when our wives are there, so that we can get ideas and we can be able to build this company together.
I remember one time he called me and said, make some food, I'm coming. Came with Becky, he didn't tell us anything. He showed up with his projector, his laptop, and he told us about the Gulf Stream and gave us the amount of the cost of the Gulf Stream. And one thing I remember, he told us that is the vision of the company, that we need to be a unicorn. And if there's something that Jonah always said, he said, January 2025, we need to have achieved this.
My first interaction with Jonah was during my second interview.
The first day I came and him and Victor were interviewing me. The interview process was good, and I was, I think, the first or second employee in Spin. I had dreadlocks. I came in the interview on a t-shirt, and he said that, will you still keep the hair? And I thought that was the moment that he was going to chase me away. But he said, since you passed the interview, I'll keep you, and then we'll monitor and see how it goes.
I would say he was a very strict guy.
From the first day of onboarding, where I joined Spin Mobile not knowing even a single kind of know-how in building systems using Python, he gave me the opportunity to learn in 2 weeks. Then the third week, I was able to push my first code to production environment. That's after learning Python, and since then, that's now when I encountered deep experience with Jonah. One of the most impressive things about him was his problem solving or his sense of innovation. He's the kind of leader who always had a solution for every problem, and that kept raising the bar for us as the people who are working under him with every problem we encountered.
The first influence I got from Jonah was just to do the best that I can to make a difference. And making this difference is not only in Spin Mobile, but even in my other circles.
Also in terms of customer metrics, it really impacted us and helped us in knowing the customer-centric aspect of life, because for us developers, whatever happens behind the black screen is usually what we know, but getting to know the other end of dealing with customers and communication with other people outside the tech world is something that I really got to learn from him.
If you really look at the way the analysis engine works, so Jonah, because he was able to see, he's the kind of leader who was so analytical. Sometimes you would feel like it's near superpower. He would see around corners around a problem. Before he started developing anything, he would see all the edge cases around that problem. He would develop anticipating all the future problems. And so even coming to work in his team here was always was a huge challenge, which after I came in and we were able to release version 2 of Spin, he was always there to check on everything we did.
We were doing 2 systems at the time, so it was Spin CBS and SpinCrunch. And I was just wondering, how did this guy build 2 systems by himself? It was really inspiring what Jonah and Victor had done in a span of 1 year, because they had managed to create a company from scratch.
He was my exact opposite when it came to personality. I'm a green light thinker, so I can risk a lot sometimes. I see opportunities before danger. And him on the other side is a red light thinker, so he would be able to quickly see the risks. You know, what is the financial implication of this? What is the legal implication of this?
COVID made us work from home for quite a while. And when we moved to the office, I was working where I was, but when all of us came here, Jonah was there with a vacuum cleaner. I was in the kitchen, someone else was elsewhere. And we saw the vision of Spin come to pass. Even in Jonah's times when he was a bit unwell, I remember one time we were in a retreat and he was supposed to go for chemo, and he told us, tomorrow I'm going for chemo, or next week I'm going for chemo, but I'll be coding with one hand with chemo in the other hand, because he really carried the vision of Spin Mobile. He was very forthright, he was very committed to Spin. Another thing, he was very categorical about this being a Christian organization. He was categorical about us relying on God. I remember Isaiah 55 and Isaiah 49. That was his mantra for this team.
When I reflect about the journey we have gone through in Spin Mobile, I remember the great role Jonah was able to put in. He single-handedly built SpinCrunch version 1 and laid a very strong foundation that our tech team even today build on it. It's sad that he's not here to celebrate the fruits of his labor really at that particular time, but we thank God that we can be able to celebrate his legacy today.